Hello, my basset hound friends and my sexy pie cuties. Mark the Punk Gamer, a.k.a. Markapunk here. And yes, I'm here with Lincoln once again. He's just relaxed. Hey, Lincoln. They want to see you. Lincoln. Lincoln. There you go. Yeah, see? Look at that. There's Lincoln. Yes, more softer than ever. Anyway, my good friend Prison Miller wants me to rank the Opeth albums. All 14 of them, worst to best. And this is actually my first time ranking Opeth, so they're new to me. So he'll be surprised what my opinion is on all 14 of them worst to best is. And this is what he requested from me. And let's just get this started. From worst to best, all 14 Opeth albums, worst to best. Here we go. My number 14 for this one, my least favorite out of all the Opeth studio albums in the main discograph, is going to be Damnation album. Yeah, this one is instantly my least favorite out of all of them. Holy crap. Yeah, they changed genres completely after the last one. What the shit was that? I'm gonna say it's the best sound shit of all albums. I'm sorry. But this is my least favorite Opeth album. So my number 14 is definitely Damnation. Number 13, my second least favorite Opeth studio album is Watershed. My second least favorite. This one's a decent one for me to listen. There is a couple of good songs I remember from Watershed. Is Coil and Heir Apparent. So, Heir Apparent. Those are the only two songs I can remember from this album. This is my second least favorite out of all of them. And it's below average in my opinion. I'm very underrated for some reason. To me, that is. But my number 13 is Watershed. Number 12 is going to be Sorceress. Now, this is one of the trippiest Opeth studio albums they made. I think it's one of their trippy ass ones they made. Holy shit. 4 songs I did remember liking from this is the Persephone, Chrysalis, the Seventh Centurion, and lastly, Persephone Silent Return. Those are the only songs I can remember from this, but another below average, underrated album in my opinion as well. And it's coming in at my number 12 is going to be Sorceress. Alright, this might surprise Prison Miller a little bit. What I'm going to put for my number 11 is actually the Last Will and Testament album. Their latest one, he was actually disappointed with. I can hear and see why that is a disappointment to him, but it's at my number 11 at this spot. I had a good amount of enjoyment out of this, but not much. There's only like 4 songs I like from it, which is track 1, track 2, track 4, and track 7. Those are the only songs I remember, and are pretty good in my opinion. I can see why he was disappointed with this one. And it's good, I guess. But it's coming in at my number 11, which is The Last Will and Testament. Number 10 for this spot here is a.k.a. Venom album. Venenum, yeah. This is an interesting one too. This is another average Opeth album. I can have a decent enough enjoyment out of this one as well. 5 tracks I remember from liking from this is Garden of Earthly Delights, Dignity, Heart and Hand, Next of Kin, and lastly, All Things Will Pass. And there is a Polish version of this, and disc 2 I remember. Yeah. And I didn't bother waste my time with that version. It's basically the same version, but with different language. But this is another average Opeth album to me. I can have a decent enough enjoyment for this one. But anyway, number 10 is going to be a.k.a. Venenum. There you go. Number 9 is Heritage album. Yeah, Heritage. This one. We're in the middle of my ranking now. Another decent, enjoyable Opeth album. Next to the last one. Decent, enjoyable. 5 songs I remember liking from this is Heritage opening instrumental, I Feel the Dark Slither, The Lines in My Hand, and lastly Marrow of the Earth instrumental. Few decent tracks I do like from the album Heritage overall. But yeah, it's another average listen to Opeth album. That's why it's going to be at my number 10 comfortably. No, number 9 comfortably is Heritage. So there you go, I fucked up there. Number 8 is Blackwater Park. This one in the middle of my ranking. You'll be saying, why is this in the middle of your ranking and not higher as like the rest of them? Well, there is 6 songs I did like from this one, which is Bleak Harvest, Dirge for November, The Funeral Portrait, Patterns in the Ivy instrumental, and lastly Blackwater Park. Look, this is just a good album from Opeth. It's in the above average category for me, this one. I can have a good, decent, good enough time with this one as well. Number 8 is Blackwater Park. Alright, my Basset Hound friends and my Sex and Pie cuties, and President Miller if you're watching. And all 7 of these albums I did like is actually all tracks to this one. I'm going to give it all a lick of approval here on out. All 7 of these albums I think are pretty good in my opinion. So let's start off with my number 7, which is Ghost Rivera's album. So there you go. This is a damn good Opeth album, and to be honest, this is actually pretty good. And, I have a good enough time with this one. So I'm going to name all tracks for you guys. So Ghost of Perdition, The Baying of the Hounds, Beneath the Mire, An Atonement, Rivera and Harley Quinn Forest, Hours of Wealth, The Grand Conjuration, and lastly, Isolation Years. There you go. I had a good enough time with this Opeth album, which is called Ghost Rivera's. This is actually pretty good, in my opinion, overall. And it's going to be sitting at my number 7 best one, in my opinion. So that is Ghost Rivera's. There you go. Number 6 for me is going to get me in trouble for this one. I actually enjoyed one of the genre change albums I did like, which is Pale Communion. Yeah, this one. I had a good enough time with this one. This is the only genre change Opeth album I did like, which is this one, Pale Communion. I actually enjoyed this one, in my own personal opinion. I think it's pretty good. One of the best genre change album. All 8 tracks, Eternal Rains Will Come, Cusp of Eternity, Moon Above, Sun Below, Elysian Woes, Goblin Instrumentals, pretty good in my opinion. River, Voice of Treason, and lastly, Faith in Others. Yeah, this is the best genre change Opeth album. One of their best ones, in my opinion. Yes, I know. And yeah, I would gladly enjoy this kind of genre change, different version of this Opeth album overall. And that's why it's at my number 6 is Pale Communion. Number 5 is going to be Morning Gride's album, their second full-length album. This is one of their longest recording ones out of all of them, and I actually enjoyed this one. Their second full-length album, this is a damn good one. Still kept with their original Opeth goodness from their first debut album. And I had a damn good time. So they put all tracks into 5 tracks total together, make it into long songs. I think it's enjoyable. I like the instrumental bits of the songs on this one. It's really good. I'm going to name all 5 of them. Advent, The Night and the Silent Water, Nectar, Black Rose, Immortal, and lastly, To Bid You Farewell. I had a damn good time with this. I love the instrumental goddamn sections of each song. It's really good. And it helps me pass the time when I was going through them and shit like that. This is a damn good one. I enjoyed this one. Number 5 is the Morning Grise album. There you go. Number 4 is Deliverance album. Yeah, this one. This is another damn good one. Deliverance is really fucking good. Another enjoyment. Definitely 10 out of 10 for me in my top favorites here. I like Deliverance. It's really good. All 6 tracks. Wrath, Deliverance, A Fair Judgment, For Absent Friends, Master's Apprentices, By the Pain I See in Others. So there you go. I really enjoyed Deliverance. This is a damn good one from them. From their discograph. I enjoyed listening to this one overall. That's all you need to know. Number 4 is Deliverance. Now, my top 3 of my most favorites. Here we go. Number 3, Bronze. I'm gonna give it to Still Life. Another enjoyable one. I enjoyed the shit out of this one as well. I like the album Still Life. It's really good. All 7 tracks. The More, God's Laminate, Been United, Moonlapse Vertigo, Face of Melinda, Serenita Painted Death, and lastly White Cluster. I actually enjoyed this one. This is actually pretty good. I love Still Life. That's all you need to know. It's a damn good one from Opeth overall. Number 3, Bronze, is definitely Still Life. My number 2 silver medal in this placement is going to be My Arms Your Hearse. Yeah, this one. I actually like this one. And it's probably... Yeah, this is their 3rd full-length album, and this is actually damn good. I really like their 3rd album release in my number 2 spot. This is actually pretty good. I enjoyed this one. So I'll name all 9 tracks for you guys. Prologue, the opening prologue instrumental, April Ethereal, When, Mardirigil instrumental, The Almond Corner, Demon of the Fall, Credence, Karma, and lastly Epilogue instrumental, ending of the album. I enjoyed this one. My Arms Your Hearse, it's really good. And that's why it's going to be my number 2 cinema winner. So there you go, it's awesome. And Prison Miller wants me to know what my number 1 gold medal winner is for my most favorite out of the 14. And this might surprise him. It's actually Orchid. Their very first full-length album. I do love their first one. Their first debut is actually 10 times fucking better. I like this one. I really like Orchid. So there you go, Prison Miller. So, this is the one I like the most. Their very first fucking album. I enjoy. I'm gonna name all 7 of the tracks and I need to lie down and go to bed. So here we go. In the mist she was standing, under the weeping moon. Silhouette instrumental is pretty good. Forest of October, The Twilight is My Robe, Requiem instrumental, and lastly the Apostle in Triumph. There you go. This is my most favorite Opeth album. It's definitely Orchid. This is the one I mostly listen to out of the 14. God damn, I love Orchid. I would go back to listen to this again. I would definitely enjoy this more overall. Yeah, my number 1 gold medal winner is Orchid. So there you go, my best home friends and my sex and pie cuties and Prison Miller for requesting this ranking from me. So I actually got it done for you. And there's my first ever opinion about Opeth and all 14 of their albums, worst to best. And I expect you to rank Lacuna Coil worst to best. Since I did you a favor, you better do the same for me. I want to see your ranking and reviews of every Lacuna Coil album and tell me your thoughts on all of them. I'm really curious. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here with my cat Lincoln. If you enjoy this video, subscribe to me if you have not. Click the bell to get notified all of my notifications once you subscribe to me. Also, like and share my first time ranking the Opeth studio albums worst the best, so I get more views and more subscribers. And I will see you, my best home friends and my excellent pie cuties, on my next video. Seizure later.